politics.
Sorry, your time's all used.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Could we move an extension?
Julianne Gender.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Green Party loves New Zealand, and we want to look after our precious places and our people. New Zealanders know that we all benefit from clean rivers that our kids can swim in and fish in. We all benefit from clean air. At the moment, air pollution contributes to our high rate of respiratory disease in this country. We in New Zealand all benefit from our clean green brand, particularly businesses that are selling goods and services overseas. Our clean green brand has underpinned our competitive advantage and the success of some of our biggest exports, including our dairy exports and tourism. If we don't look after our environment, we will not look after our economy, and we will not be able to look after our people. As any small business owner knows, what you measure is what you care about. And so it's incredibly important that we measure the right things, that we report them transparently and independently, so that we can make changes to ensure that we continue to look after our natural environment, which is so critical to the success of our economy. So the Green Party will be supporting this environment reporting bill, at least at this first reading. Now, we have serious concerns and misgivings about the bill. Of course, the goal is a mandatory state of the environment reporting regime, and it would be wonderful if that was achieved in a way that actually guaranteed transparent reporting that was independent from government interference. As we have found, it's not unusual for governments to manipulate environmental data if it doesn't suit them. In 2008, the Green Party revealed that the Labour government had suppressed Chapter 13 of the 2007 State of the Environment report. The suppressed chapter had suggested that increased car use, dairy intensification, and overconsumption were driving environmental decline. It concluded that regulation was needed to protect the environment and our clean green reputation. Of course, the government of the day didn't want to hear this because it wasn't convenient, and it would mean changing the status quo to get a better outcome long-term in the future. The Green Party is here to look after the long term, to look after our planet and our people in the long term. And of course, because the government of the day suppressed the chapter and didn't want New Zealanders to hear about it, the Green Party found it and released it. So the need for independent reporting of the state of the environment is even more acute with this current government, because they have consistently made decisions that are not in the interests of our long-term environment. Just a few examples of their poor record on the environment include the gutting of water provisions in the National Policy Statement on water. Of course, the Green Party fought hard to get the Land and Water Forum to come to conclusions. They made some great recommendations, and the government didn't take them up. On climate change, the government set a target of reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2050. Of course, their own departmental data shows that by 2028 we will have increased our greenhouse gas emissions threefold over our 1990 net emissions. So this is a government that talks a lot about the environment, but the reality is they are undermining it at every turn. And so we have great reasons to doubt whether or not they're actually proposing a bill that will lead to true independent reporting on the state of the environment that is not subject to manipulation from the government. Our specific concerns that we'll be watching very closely through the House include the fact that now the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment's role has been reduced to one of simply commenting rather than her office being funded to actually do the state of the environment reporting. We have concerns about the potential chilling effects of the non-disclosure provisions, the potential for political influence, because the bill requires the Ministers for the Environment and Statistics to set out the topics to be reported on through regulation. Reporting on impacts on the state of the environment must include an assessment of the economic benefits derived from resource use, which will, of course, privilege resource use over protection of the environment, and statistical measures promoted by Statistics New Zealand for use in reporting may not be the best indicators of the state of the environment. So the Green Party will, as always, be watching this bill very, very closely as it progresses through the House, and will be standing up for our natural environment, which underpins our economy and looks after our people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 opposed.
Green Party.
In favour.
New Zealand First.
7 opposed.
Maori Party.
3 in favour.
Mana. ACT New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United
1 in
Future.
favour.
Brendan Horan.
The ayes are 78, the noes are 41. The ayes have it.
Environmental Reporting Bill, first reading.
The question is that the Environmental Reporting Bill be considered by the Local Government and Environment Committee. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Call on Government Order of the Day number 3.